Sarah, a third-year PhD student at UT studying paleontology with Dr. Julia Clarke. My research is focused on the evolution of birds, the only group of dinosaurs that survived the mass extinction at the end of the Cretaceous period. I study living birds and the fossils of extinct birds to better inform our understanding of bird evolution and the biology of extinct dinosaurs. I also study and describe non-avian dinosaur fossils from near the end of the Cretaceous to have a better idea of dinosaur diversity before the mass extinction. My fieldwork is in Chilean Patagonia, pretty much as far south as you can travel without going to Antarctica. Our field area is remote, so a field season requires camping near the site for 1 to 2 weeks, and then hiking to get to the fossil outcrops each day. Weather can be really unpredictable. We're often working in rain, crazy winds, and sometimes snow. I work in late Cretaceous delta deposits that preserve all kinds of vertebrate fossils, ranging from small frog bones all the way to giant titanosaurs. I focus on small theropod fossils, including birds, and I'm working with my Chilean collaborators to describe the diversity of dinosaurs from our locality. My journey to the geosciences started with an interest in paleontology at a very young age. As a kid, I would visit natural history museums with my family and spend hours looking at all the fossils on display, and this led to a general curiosity for the natural world. As an undergraduate, I studied biology and French language. This may seem like a weird combination, but I knew that I wanted to end up in some line of research, and I also wanted to be able to work around the world. I became really involved with research at my university and studied the biochemical properties of bird pigments. At the same time, I worked with a local paleontology company where I learned how to prepare and describe fossils. By the time I graduated, I knew that I wanted to use my biology background in a paleontological context, and so I pursued a graduate education here at UT to gain a geological perspective. My research here has allowed me to develop integrative projects and travel around the world as I investigate different aspects of avian evolution. My French education has also continued to help me as I've traveled around the world to work in museum collections.
Hi, my name is Dr. Julia Clarke, and I'm a professor of paleontology here at the University of Texas at Austin. I study biological innovation, how new structures and functions arise in deep time. So that might be a question of how we get to something like birdsong in living birds today. Or it might be a question of how we got feathers and colors, because my research focuses primarily on the evolution of dinosaurs, including birds. So right now we have a lot of exciting research going on at UT, and I have a diverse set of collaborators all over the world. I have students, undergraduates, graduate students, postdoctoral researchers, and again, all of these collaborators from if you can imagine, Europe on a Skype call with Asia, and you're talking about science together, this is how it works. And what we're working on, 2 projects that are really of interest right now, are how we get an amazing transformation within dinosaurs and how they produce sound, and integrate fossil evidence with data on living dinosaurs or birds to figure out those transitions. And some of the fossil evidence that's been really exciting is my recent discovery of the oldest fossilized vocal organ from the age of dinosaurs. And so we needed to make sense of that structure by looking at living animals. Some other research that I'm really excited about is work we do on feathers and their color. So what we can try to do is try to make sense of the evidence that's preserved in fossils that's necessarily incomplete. But we can take a new look at those fossils with new questions that are driven by what we know about living bird coloration patterns. And that's what we're also really excited about. So when I think about advice that I'd like to give students who are interested in STEM, one of the most important things that I think it's key to remember is that anyone can be an explorer, a geoscientist, a paleontologist. This wasn't kind of where I grew up. I saw the Indiana Jones movies. I wrote stories imagining middle-aged men going off and exploring and discovering things. But it became apparent in high school and beyond that anyone could do these things. And I think it's been really important in my own career, exploring, for months in Antarctica, working in Asia, around the world, the Gobi Desert, all these fantastic places that I didn't believe there were any limits on what a woman in science could do. So when I think about talking to high school students about what we do, I feel like something that we sometimes forget to convey is the fun that we have.
Oh yeah, it is a very fun environment. It's a bunch of people with like-minded interests and curiosity all coming together and being geeky and excited about things together in
We're
one room.
not that geeky. We're actually super cool.
Pretty cool.
But we have this sense of shared curiosity for weird things.
Right.
And I think everyone in my lab is super cool. I mean, we're a very diverse group of people, right? I mean, how many are we now?
We're 12, a group of 12 people, including students, postgrad research, and a lot of undergraduates that work on various projects throughout the lab.
Yeah, and we go in the field together, we go bird watching together, and we have a bunch of really inspired conversations about strange things. Like, what were we talking about recently?
We've looked up a whole bunch of stuff during our lab meetings. We were looking into snake eggs, we were looking at marine reptile body proportions, how they might move if they were trying to get on land. One time we were even looking up videos of wildcats growling and how they interact with their environment. All of this in the name of dinosaurs and birds and what our lab does.
And I think we have to remember geoscience is such a diverse field that we all come with different curiosities and different cool things that we're interested in. And that creativity that everyone brings to the table is what makes science great. Yeah.